I'm Sandra Koschel from KSM Group. For more than 40 years, KSM Group has been helping people with their finances, and sometimes this can mean advising clients to make difficult decisions about their financial future. We have all been through good times and bad, and one of the hardest decisions to make is admitting that things are not going well and the need to think about alternative measures. So today I want to talk to you about bankruptcy and insolvency. What is it? What are your options? And how do you apply for it? And financial dilemmas do not discriminate. Consider these facts. In 2011, 1 in 730 people declared bankruptcy in Queensland. National bankruptcy figures show 34% of these people were unemployed, 11% due to failing health, 8% were professionals and 9% blue-collar workers. But most alarming, 45% of non-business related debt agreements was due to excessive use of non-secured debt. So that's credit cards. The financial model for most individuals and businesses is quite simple. Money is earned and money is paid out. The aim, of course, is to ensure that the money coming in is more than or at least equal to the money going out in bills and expenses. Any money left over after paying bills is known as profit for businesses or disposable income for an individual. When the money paid out is more than the money coming in, debts are accrued. These may be in the form of credit cards, overdrafts, unpaid salaries, superannuation, taxes, overdue rent or mortgage, and simply unpaid bills. So when a person or business can't pay their debts when they fall due, they're considered to be insolvent. It's vital to remember that trading insolvent in a company means massive and very serious penalties and implications for company directors. But remember, there are other ways to address insolvency rather than bankruptcy. Your financial advisor can explain options like debt recovery procedures and can help you understand the consequences. So, some of these options include debt consolidation, mortgage refinancing, debt counselling, credit repair, informal arrangements, debt agreements, also known as Part 9 agreements, debt negotiation, debt management, budgeting, or as a last resort, bankruptcy. So, to explain bankruptcy in simple terms, it's a process where you as an individual are legally declared unable to meet your debts. Now, bankruptcy does not apply to companies and trusts. Other insolvency options are available to them, and I highly recommend seeking advice from an insolvency specialist for this. These are not your usual accountants, they only deal with corporate insolvencies. So when you apply for bankruptcy, you'll be released from most of your debts that you owe, and debt collectors will stop contacting you. Now, going bankrupt isn't the end of the world. In fact, sometimes it can be the best way out of a bad situation and help relieve your stress. I've seen clients go into and out the other side of bankruptcy. But it isn't a decision to be made lightly and without due consideration and advice. You really need to decide very carefully whether declaring bankruptcy is the right step for you. Being bankrupt can permanently affect whether you can get credit in the future. There are no limits on how much you need to be in debt before you can file for bankruptcy, and there are no limits to the amount of property you own or the amount of income you earn. To file for bankruptcy in Australia, you must be an Australian resident residing in the country at the time of your insolvency, or you must own a home or business in Australia.